resulting in the viscous fluid state. Such a mixed carrier cargo with high moisture content and contain a sufficiently enough small particle flow to the starboard side downhill, but never return with a roll to the port side. Consequently, Amibad Jupiter had reached such a dangerous angle here 45 degrees. Then the ship's center of gravity will move off the center line. In this condition, the vessel will have a non-zero DCG value, meaning that the center of gravity will no longer line up with the center of buoyancy. This will result in a torque trying to incline the vessel over, known as a listing moment, until the center of buoyancy is again directly under the center of gravity. In this condition, the vessel is set to have an angle of release, at which point vessel will be in equilibrium and GZ must be zero. Although it appears to be steady at an angle of release, the vessel is in extremely dangerous state. Since the angle of release was so large that the vessel started to downflood. At this point, known as the downflooding angle, seawater will progressively flood down into the water, and uncontrollable flooding through fittings on deck which are not watertight. As the angle of heat increases, the key emerges and the deck submerges. And when a vessel reaches a heat is equal to points of vanishing stability, any external or internal seawater can cause the vessel easily to capsize. The Amibad Jupiter had quickly reached to its point of vanishing stability. To estimate the generated helium moment or listing moment, the following assumed data will be used for demonstration purpose only. Assumed displacement 57,000 metric ton, initial meter central height 5.7 meter, tangent angle of release 45 degrees. Therefore, estimated listing moment produces 324,910 meter. And we can form a right angle triangle. The depth of the triangle between the center line of the ship and the vertical line of action of buoyancy is the angle of release. The opposite side of the triangle is symbol GGH or DCG, the ship center of gravity transfer moment. The adjacent side is GGB, the ship's center of gravity virtual rise. It is the effective kg or virtual kg, or virtual loss in GM or FSC free surface correction. This increased kg and reduced GM. From the basic trigonometry, in this case, tangent 45 equal to GGH divided by GGB. Tangent 45 degree is 1, therefore GGH and GGB must be the same. GGB or free surface correction equal to estimated helium moment or free surface moment divided by assumed displacement. The 324,910 meter divided by the 57,000 metric ton resulted the 5.7 meter, as same as the initial meter central height value. The virtual rise of center of gravity coincide with the meter center. The vessel is neutral and will remain at any small heat angle it is inclined to. GM is set to be 0. This means that if the vessel is inclined over, there is no overall torque trying to bring the vessel back to upright. No tendency to return the vessel upright. Upward movement GGB represents the loss in GM. The transverse movement GGH represents the loss in GZ. And This cargo shift was caused by liquefaction consequence. The ship's center of gravity movement, both sideways and upward, are equal. Around the abandoned ship area, such as engine room skylight door, will be submerged first. Now consider the vessel heeling through an angle theta. The center of gravity will move transversely. This will move the line of action of gravity closer to the line of action of buoyancy, so that it crosses the center line at the position known as the virtual center of gravity, GV. Therefore, give a reduction in the torque trying to right the vessel. Effectively, the metacentric height has been reduced by the movement of the fluids. This reduction is termed as the virtual reduction, as it only occurs as the vessel inclines and will not exist when the vessel is perfectly upright and stay at a condition the ambiguous Jupiter has ever reached in reality. Based on the ambiguous Jupiter departure condition for the demonstration purpose only. Calculating the GZ for a vessel with a TCG value is similar to the normal calculation for GZ. GZ is found as before and then corrected for a loss in GZ due to the transverse center of gravity. In comparison to the vessel with the center of gravity on the center line, all GZ values will be reduced proportional to the TCG and the cosine angle of heel. That must be used in all subsequent stability calculations to determine the stability of the vessel. When using the TCG, also known as GGH, distance to pole are positive and starboard is negative. In this case, loss in GZ is assumed as the initial GZ. The dynamic heeling movement generated by the both internal and external effect. There is the enough momentum to initiate a heavy roll to starboard side. Despite the manner in which this vessel was operated, maintained, and the satisfactory survey and inspection conducted, the vessel was unable to maintain sufficient buoyancy to remain afloat during a routine voyage in sea weather. LOAD is a loading computer program provided on board the vessel to assist the master to calculate train stability and longitudinal strength on board the vessel in accordance with the loading manual issued by Mitsui Engineering and Shipbuilding Company. The LOAD system is approved by the class NK for control of loading, condition and calculation. Prior to departure, the master ran the software program producing a report which highlighted whether the vessel conformed to its design stability, trim and longitudinal strength requirement. All three calculations resulted in an allowable condition to sail with the 46,400 tons of normal bauxite from cruise sea, carrying a solid bulk cargo under certain circumstances with a fluid state have a very significant effect on the stability of the ship. Therefore, free surface effect has been the primary cause of numerous losses of ship bulk carrier when they are carried with Group A cargo. Cargo moisture content must never exceed to its transportable moisture limit.